There is a hunger for Black female leadership. She embodies all the strength that you hope to see in a strong female leader. There's just a lot of excitement around her nomination. Kamala Harris is a freshman senator from California. She has a long record as a prosecutor. She used those prosecutorial skills to go after Trump administration officials during Senate congressional hearings, and that's how she really sort of built a national profile for herself.
I think you've made it clear that you've not looked at the evidence. We can move on. I think you've made it clear, sir, that you've not looked at the evidence, and we can move on. I do want you to be honest.
And I'm not able to be rushed this fast. It makes me nervous.
Have you had any conversation about Robert Mueller or his investigation with anyone at that firm? Yes or no?
Well, is there a person you're talking about?
I'm asking you a very direct question, yes or no?
Kamala Harris is the daughter of immigrants. Her mother was from India, her father was from Jamaica, which makes her a historic choice. She is both the first Black woman to be on a presidential ticket and the first Asian American to be on a presidential ticket.
Trump's America, my story would not be possible. Having been born a Black child and now being a Black woman, I am very well aware of what is at stake in this election.
She ran for president. She famously sparred with Joe Biden on the debate stage.
I do not believe you are a racist. And I agree with you when you commit yourself to the importance of finding common ground. But I also believe, and it's personal, and I was actually it was hurtful to hear you talk about the reputations of two United States senators who built their reputations and career on the segregation of race in this country.
And that was seen as a moment that might have derailed her chances of becoming the vice presidential nominee, but they were able to put that behind them. Biden will be the oldest president ever elected if he wins in November. Kamala Harris, she adds a sense of youth. She's a sharp debater, which is in contrast to some of Biden's more rambling tendencies. She reflects his approach to policy. She is seen as a very prominent voice on issues of racial justice since the nationwide protests broke out in response to the killing of George Floyd. She's been very vocal in the Senate, pushing for police reform and criminal justice reform.
Black lives have not been taken seriously as being fully human and deserving of dignity.
Some of her critics will say her prosecutorial record stands in contrast to this maybe new activism, but I think overall she's sort of viewed as someone who's evolved on the issue of criminal justice. And so I think Biden really wanted to have a voice of authority from the Black community.
America is raw right now. Her wounds exposed. Raw from the fact that in the history of our country, Black people have been treated as less than human.
Democrats will tell you time and again, Black women are the foundation of the party. They are the bedrock constituency in the Democratic Party. And now they finally have someone on the ticket that represents the role they play in the party. Harris is young, she's dynamic, she looks like the future of the Democratic Party. It's diverse, it's led by women. Biden emerged from the most diverse field of presidential candidates in history. As you know, he's older, he's white, he doesn't really look like the Democratic Party anymore. And so he really needed someone to reflect the diversity of the party. She does that. Biden has pitched himself to a skeptical Democratic Party, to be honest, as a bridge. He has the way he's pitched himself has given rise to this belief that maybe he will only serve for one term. And therefore, this pick isn't just about, whether he can win, whether Democrats can win in November. It's about the party's future, who is going to run possibly in 2024, possibly 2028. But this pick is very much a potential successor as much as it is a running mate.